Independent Attorney General Charles Njonjo was cremated. The Nairobi County government is urging residents to actually consider embracing cremation over burial as the Langata cemetery is full. However, legal experts are warning that cremation has to be enshrined in the departed's death wish through a will in order to avoid family and communal disputes. NTV's Seth Olale attempts to demystify cremation that's still viewed by a majority of Kenyans as taboo.
The precious resting.
Each day, fresh graves are dug at the Langata cemetery as more and more bodies are laid to rest in the city's only public cemetery. The surge in the daily burials is now overstretching the Nairobi County government facility, with the County Executive Committee member for Health, Hitan Majevda, urging city residents to opt for alternatives like cremation.
All those burials you see in the Langata cemetery is just an accommodation we do for people, but we don't have space. We are short of space.
Hitan, who is a Hindu and embraces cremation as the only way to reincarnation of the soul, says it is not merely setting up a body on fire, but a solemn and respectful act of resting the departed.
Cremation is not lighting up a body. Cremation is actually a process. And in the Hindu culture, it is done with a lot of respect. There is a procedure in which it is done. Even when the late Njonjo was cremated, it is not just going and putting firewood and it, by the way, it's not even petrol or kerosene. People think that, that you put petrol and you just light a fire. No, it is a very solemn and respectful process. And we never use kerosene or any types of fuel. What is used is ghee, from the cow. The cow is a very sacred animal in the Hindu religion.
George Omwansa, a lawyer who sits in the Law Society of Kenya Council and who has executed several cremations as the bona fide executor, wants that persons who would rather be cremated must indicate in their will, especially for non-Hindus, to avoid family and communal disputes.
The entire family is normally not fully aware that the wishes of the deceased were that he wants to be cremated. And that's why you always see a dispute that a section of the relatives would come out strongly opposing the aspect of cremation. Yes, the close family will be okay with the cremation being done to their loved one, but the extended family will normally raise issues and concerns as to why the close family accepted that model of interment.
To avoid conflict, it is advised that families of persons who express the desire to be cremated make haste and carry out the process immediately after they die in order to avoid court orders from aggrieved close relatives. It costs about 50,000 shillings to cremate an adult at the Langata crematorium in Nairobi. Despite it being more cost-friendly, many Kenyans still oppose cremation based on cultural grounds.
Ni kinyume na maadili na desturi za Kiafrika.
Imeenda kinyume na mahusia ya Mungu.
There seems to be growing acceptance to it, though, among the more privileged. Sunday's cremation of Charles Njonjo at Karako Crematorium joined a list of prominent Kenyans who have opted out of the traditional burial ceremonies. They include former Anglican Archbishop Manasseh Kuria and his wife Mary Nyambura Kuria, former Kanu Minister Peter Okondo, former Sports Administrator Joshua Okudhe, Nobel Laureate Wangari Maathai, two-time Africa Classic Professional Golf Champion Peter Njiru, second Liberator hero Kenneth Matiba, former Safaricom CEO Bob Kolimo, and former Kibra MP Kenneth Okoth. Seth Olale, NTV.